Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please grab a seat. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Please grab a seat. Thank you all so much for coming out this morning.
Leave that one open, all right?
What's up? Nice to see you. Good morning, everybody. Hector, sir. I'm the first one to talk. It doesn't matter. All right. Thank you. How's it going? Good. Yeah, I'm sure. Big C, Jeremy. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, except that's this is nice. There you go. This is like a little kid. Thank you. All right, good. Get out of that awkward seat. Oh, that was nice. Good for you. I guess Chase is We're going to get started in a second, so thank you so much for being here. It's awkward when you're all so quiet at this. There's nothing happening just yet, so just give us 1 minute. All right, cool. We don't do stuff like that. Listen, can I, dude, you shut down for 8 months. I know, but let me just say nice to you. Right? Oh, God. I came in, so we're going to hold that shit before she gets there. She's got to have the passport. She's out of what those bugs do. That's life, right? It's life, right? Rules of engagement. See a poll out today, they're tied. Dude, did you, when I got there, I just started bringing it to it. And I go into executive session before. And I go to dinner. That's a long day. It's a long day. So, did you hear about the candidates? I have to tell you something. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Asperger? So, Rob, let me ask you. I like him. I did like him. I did. She's a little she gets it so sweet. And I count her everything she says. She's crazy. Thank you. How are you? Congratulations. Nice to see you. Congratulations.
Hi, hey, how are you? Billy Portman, I'm the mayor here in Ridgeway.
Come on. Hey, Adam. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll get you a beer here. So we can talk?
Oh, love it when it works out perfectly. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. I'm Jeremy Grunin, Chair of the Board of the Count Basie Center for the Arts. On behalf of my fellow trustees, I want to thank you for being here on this historic day. I especially want to thank our elected officials, our dignitaries, our board, our Century Club members, our community partners, and of course, our special guests. As some of you know, the Basie Center is celebrating its centennial. This venue turns 100 years old in November of 2026. That's right. I turned 52 on Sunday. I don't even look half as good. So it's the perfect time to begin a new tradition, which is the Walk of Fame. Yes. These keystones will honor the New Jersey artists who have performed on this historic stage, who have made an indelible impact on culture, and whose contributions reflect the enduring power of the arts. The names on the sidewalk ensure we remember them always, and even as we continue to add more, we will leave room for the legends of the next century. And now to officially kick things off, please welcome the Mayor of Red Bank, Billy Portman.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. I want to thank whoever put this in a giant font that I can read it without putting my glasses on, so thank you. So as mayor, I can't think of a more fitting spot for a walk of fame than right here on our streets in front of a place that has been the cultural heartbeat of Red Bank for nearly a century. This is the place where creativity, culture, and community come together, and a place where talent can touch the world. Today's inductees are two shining examples. William Count Basie, born right here in Red Bank, around the corner from where I live now. He brought this town's rhythm to every corner of the globe. And John Bon Jovi, who grew up just a few miles from here and continues to share the sound of New Jersey with billions of fans around the world. John, I've seen you a few times over at the Shrewsbury Racquet Club where I'm playing tennis. I've seen you over there. Thank you, by the way, for not coming over and getting an autograph or anything. That was my me time, so I appreciate that. Their music, of course, is different. Their eras are very different, but what they share is grit, talent, and the spirit of where they came from. This Walk of Fame celebrates that spirit. It will draw visitors, honor our history, and remind every person who walks these streets that true greatness begins right here at home. Congratulations to the inductees.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Adam Phillipson. I am the President and CEO at the Count Basie Center for the Arts, and I just want to thank everyone for being here. Our elected officials, our community partners, our special guests, our board, and our incredible staff. Today is a very exciting day. For nearly 100 years, this venue has been a place where people gather and stories are told. It's a place where the arts come alive, talent is born, and magic happens. Our Walk of Fame helps us memorialize some of that magic. Years from now, our children's children will look at the names carved in these stones and be reminded of the artists who not only helped shape the Basie Center, they helped shape our culture. We start with our namesake, William Count Basie, a legend born right here in Red Bank who forever changed the landscape of American music. And to talk about that, I am so honored to welcome a musician, band leader, and the son of another jazz giant, Thelonious Monk, T.S. Monk.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Adam. For those of you who don't know, because a lot of people think I'm Thelonious Monk Jr., but I'm not. My father was Thelonious Monk Jr., so I'm actually Thelonious Monk III. But in the spirit of, I'm a jazz musician, and everything we do is predicated on improvisation. And I've got these wonderful words that I'm definitely going to read to you. But I just want to say before I read these wonderful words that I am delighted that the Basie Center has decided two things. Decided to really honor Count Basie, who, for those of you who don't know, was born in 1904. So we're talking 120 years since, since Count Basie graced this planet. And I think that's absolutely wonderful because we as Americans for many, many years have sort of adopted European history, right? But this is American history. And I think that that is really, really important. I also think it's really, really important that you're also honoring, and we're also honoring today, John Bon Jovi, because so often we wait for people to leave us before we say, hey. You dig? So I think it's great that he's here and we're acknowledging all the wonderful things he's done, not only on the bandstand, but just as a citizen of America. That's really, really important, particularly at this particular juncture in our history, because we are going through some shit right now. So, God, I'm sorry, but this improvisation thing is, it can get you in trouble. But it's an honor to be here today to celebrate this historic event, right, and participate. For me, this is a real, real honor. When you talk about Count Basie, William Count Basie, you're not just talking about a guy that played the piano. You're talking about a sound. You're talking about a feeling. You're talking about a leader. You're talking about a groove that started right here in Red Bank, New Jersey, and went on to circle the globe. Count was all over the place, and Count, like Louis Armstrong, was a real ambassador for this country in the middle of the last century when people were trying to find out what this American thing was all about. Jazz was the cultural export that we sent all over the world, and artists like Count Basie and Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington, all those guys really, really got the word out because the music that Count Basie took all over the world, you may not know it. I'm 75, so I've been around a minute, and the music that Count Basie took around the world was the music of freedom. And that's what people around the world, particularly in repressed places in the world, they thought of this thing called jazz from America was the music of freedom. And that is one of the reasons why people like Count Basie are so important. Count Basie, his music just didn't sit on the stage either. It jumped off of the stage. It made people move. It made the world smile. It broke barriers. It lifted spirits in really hard times. And those hard times were like the Great Depression. Those hard times were like World War II. I just can't emphasize how important this music was. He made it, or rather he reminded us that good feelings are always possible. That's the gift. That's the gift, and believe me, it was a gift that Count Basie gave us. Now, my father, Thelonious Monk, came from the next generation of jazz giants. His music was clearly full of melodic twists and turns. Basie style, ooh, don't do that to me. Basie style was smooth, super smooth and swinging. Thelonious' style was really cool and funky. Very, very, very funky. The first level of funk that we know. But they shared a vision of an American art form that's always been moving forward. And the truth is, they were speaking with the same language, the language of American jazz, and represented two generations having a tremendous amount of respect for each other and each other's musical accomplishments. And that's really important, acknowledgement. Future generations walking down this street, looking at the stone, will know that greatness can come from anywhere on this continent. And a kid from this corner of New Jersey grew up to make the whole world dance, the whole world. So today, we don't just honor William Count Basie, we honor him on the streets where it all began. God bless you, Count Basie.
Thank you for those moving words, T.S. Now he and Adam are going to head outside to reveal Count Basie's stone, and we'll be able to see that on the monitors. So, Mother Nature threw us a little bit of a curveball today, so we're bringing the amazing joy of technology. So, we'll watch that. Yeah.
Well, it's my honor to induct Count Basie into the Count Basie Center Walk of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, inside and out, William Count Basie.
A beautiful tribute to Count Basie. Now let's talk about a living legend and get his name on this Walk of Fame. To help us with that honor, please welcome Senator Vin Gopal.
Thank you, Jeremy. Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure if he's back in yet, but how about a deep appreciation for Adam Phillipson and all of his team, what they do. This foundation and this building provides so much economic development and support for the greater Red Bank area, and that couldn't be done without Adam and his entire staff. So thank you, Adam. Thank you, Jeremy. My Assembly colleagues are here. If you can join me in a round of applause. Assemblywoman Margie Donlan, Assemblywoman Luann Peterpaul. I'm honored to be with all of you today to say a few words about an artist who is one of the most famous musicians in the world, yet has never forgotten where he came from, Jon Bon Jovi. John's story is the kind we love to tell. A kid from New Jersey with a dream, a guitar, and the determination to share his music with the world. From small clubs along the Jersey Shore to the biggest stages in the universe, John's music has become anthems and the soundtracks of our lives. What so many of us love most about Jon Bon Jovi's story is that he always, always comes back home and back to the Count Basie Center. For years in the 1990s, no matter how much touring Bon Jovi did, no matter how many millions of fans they entertained in city after city, they would always return to the Basie Center for their legendary Christmas shows. If you were lucky enough to be here in the theater for one of those nights, you know what it felt like. Exciting, joyful, and special, like a holiday gift wrapped in music. Those shows weren't just concerts. They're memories that stitch John even deeper into the fabric of this community. And that tradition of giving continued with John's involvement with the Hope concerts at the Basie Center, which raised more than $3 million of some of our area's most critical needs. Again and again, John stepped onto the stage, not only as a performer, but as a force for good, making sure his music drove real help for real people. And then there's the work that goes beyond the spotlight, which everybody in Red Bank and beyond knows about. John and his wonderful wife created the JBJ Soul Kitchen, a place right up the street. Where no one is turned away and dignity is served with every meal. That vision, that food is love and community is family has changed countless lives. And throughout their partnership with the Basie Center, they've shown us all collectively how arts and service doesn't just coexist, they actually strengthen each other. And that's what makes John so deserving of this honor. Of course, he's a rock legend, but he's also our neighbor, a leader, and together with his wife, a creator of hope. John has shown us how music can fill stadiums and how compassion can fill hearts. Thank you, John. Yours is a legacy that belongs here, carved into stones for generations to come. When we're all gone at some point, people are going to come by over and over and over, and they're going to see about this amazing person named John Bon Jovi, who didn't just make music across the world, but made a lot of memories for a lot of people and made so many lives of the people in Monmouth County much better. It is now my great honor to congratulate and welcome John Bon Jovi.
Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you all. For as long as I can remember, the Count Basie Theater was at the center of our musical community. Long before Dorothea conceptualized the Soul Kitchen, the band and I would perform here countless times for our annual Christmas shows, which, until that introduction, I thought had been long forgotten. They were centered around food insecurity and toy drives for those in the community who were going to do without. This theater was also the place where a community came together to perform for the 9/11 benefits, for the Sergeant King Memorial, for the Hope shows with Bobby Bandiera, Southside Johnny's legendary New Year's Eve shows. Now, this theater has grown, and it has grown, and it has grown. I'm trying to get where I'm standing, but there was a Krauser's that we used to use, next door, and that became the dance studio, and, the dressing rooms left a lot to be desired here. But we would come, and it was so fantastic to see how the theater has grown since those days. Now, I really do appreciate you inducting me along the great Count Basie, who was the original Monmouth County rock star. And there were so many names who are just as deserving today. I look forward to the future generations who will continue the legacy of New Jersey and of Red Bank. Thank you very much for this honor.
Thank you, John. I know you all know what's happening now. John and Adam are going back outside for the big reveal, which we can watch on the monitors.
So it is my honor to induct John Bon Jovi into the Count Basie Center Walk of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, John Bon Jovi.
Good morning, everyone, and I'm Monmouth County Commissioner Director Tom Arnone. And let's give a big round of applause for John Bon Jovi. Good job. So on behalf of my fellow commissioners, I'm joined here today with Commissioner Ross Lasich and our County Clerk Christine Hanlon. Thank you so much for joining me on this. This is so legendary for Monmouth County. And you know, we talk about the greatness of Monmouth County, and the greatness of Monmouth County is because of these two individuals and many other individuals. And it's an honor to be able to stand here and recognize and say, more importantly, thank you for everything that you have done to make Monmouth County legendary, make it one of the best places, if not the best place to live here. And I could not remiss to say, as far as the Basie here, thank you for keeping it alive, keeping the arts alive, keeping the spirit alive, and Monmouth County thanks each and every one of you that are part of this, and let's just keep driving Monmouth County. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Wow, what a morning. Congratulations to the inductees, William Count Basie and John Bon Jovi. As you've heard from the speakers today, the Walk of Fame is about honoring the past and inspiring the future. And speaking of that, we invite you all to join in the Basie Center's Centennial Celebration. Go to thebasie.org to see all the incredible activities, celebrations, partnerships, special performances we have planned for the next 14 months. I want to thank our Centennial Committee, many of you who are here today. I want to thank the Borough of Red Bank for being an incredible partner in the installation. I also want to recognize Brian Hanlon, our sculptor, who made the beautiful stones, and a big, big shout out to our Senior Creative Director, Andrew Musser, who helped us make this Walk of Fame a reality. On behalf of the Count Basie Center for the Arts, our Board of Trustees, the amazing, amazing staff, thank you all for joining us for this amazing historic day. Thank you. There's going to be a champagne toast upstairs. Please join us upstairs.